Hello everybody, my name is Mind and welcome back to another Aeroteam YouTube video, and today we've got another video on the server that we're going to be checking out, someone's build. So if you hadn't already, we had worked with Nathan in a previous video checking out one of his hangars or storage facilities at the airport he's working on. But today, we're not with Nathan, we're actually with CJ, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello.
And we're going to be checking out his basically story building or story block building with a restaurant in it and then a couple flats in it. And this is actually part of a greater project that we're working on as a community for the server. And this is the community city. And basically, if you'd like to join it, just obtain member on the server and do /ph -1094. And you'll get there super easy, and you can basically build what you like. There's a bit of a plan. We've got a Discord set up for it, everything. If you need more info, join our Discord in the description or just DM me on Discord and I'll help you get started. Now we're going to be touring things on here, showing them off, so if you do finish them, just hit me up and we can check them out on the channel. Now I am joined by CJ and we're using his preferred shader pack. This is BSL, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. And we're going to be taking a look around his building in the shader pack because, I don't know, it looks cool. So, how would you describe this? Basically, building with a couple flats and a restaurant at the bottom?
Like a sort of townhouse, sort of not, I guess. Basically just industrial, not industrial, like towns. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, I got you. And you said it was sort of themed after a couple buildings in New York, if that's correct.
New York, London, and Glasgow.
Okay, New York, London, Glasgow. Quite a spread you've got there, but they are similar, to be fair.
They're basically all the same.
Yeah.
Glasgow's used as New York for film sets anyway, so.
And so what you ended up doing is you ended up splitting the textures, correct? You did brick on top and then sandstone on the bottom, and sort of two different designs that go with that as well in terms of the walls, correct?
Yes, kind of splitting the restaurant on the bottom two floors and the flats on the top. And colours go nice together.
Yes.
I think at least.
Yeah, I think they do as well. And then you've got the black trim at the top. Now, we talked last time about this, and you said that the way that you actually got this design for the walls was actually completely on accident, correct?
Yeah, I wanted just the bottom layer of it, but I stacked it wrong and it ended up with the wee loop bits. So I just added the walls in and it looked nicer than what it did have originally.
Oh, are these walls? Oh, I didn't notice that to begin with. I thought those were actually just stairs. Huh, that's a cool use of them. Now, what else do we have? We've got the restaurant on the bottom, so we can take a look. So you've got out front, which is the cool thing that I think I'm starting to use now, is the way you've done the menu boards with the two banners stuck together. That's just simple world edited in. And I think I built a restaurant and I threw those in because I never thought of that before, but it's a cool use of the banner block. And then you also have all of the what are they called? The overhangs for the windows here in the red and white.
There would have been green in them, but there's not a green vertical slab, so.
But I mean, the red at least goes with the Italian colors normally, so that at least works.
It's more cam without green in it as well. It's more.
Plus, it matches with the rest of the building, the red.
Yeah.
And then you've got the similar flags in the same styles. And then what I like is the way you've managed to get these lights hung up with using the levers world edit and then the lanterns on them, which is a cool style. It's a cool style. And right outside, we also have a Ferrari F40, which if you haven't, you guys can check out a tutorial on it. That I posted, I think, a few days ago. It's cool. But that's basically it. And we can take a look on the inside now, can't we?
Yep.
So this is, of course, an Italian restaurant, correct?
Yeah. Basically just a restaurant, but I ended up Italian because the style looked Italian.
Fair enough, fair enough. And you always like the style of having people in your builds. I noticed on your own plot, you've got quite a few builds where you've just got people in them. Now this is a bit watered down and dialed down, but you do have yourself
Like,
at the
almost none
entrance.
compared to everywhere else I've built. This is the only place that's got almost none in them.
Yeah, this is a cool style though, and it works well for 1.5 to 1. People are maybe a bit short, but I think there's nothing much you can do about that.
It's either that or the 2.5 meters tall. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ridiculously
exactly.
tall.
So, what, we have a step up here, and you talked about how this step up, you didn't actually want it,
I
but
didn't.
you had
I
to
didn't
use
want it, but in the interest of being able to see at the windows, it was needed.
hmm
Or you would have the windows way too high,
Yes.
and to have the windows lower on the outside would look bad.
Mhm.
So it needed to be higher in the floor inside.
Yeah, exactly. Which, I mean, it looks good, especially if you want to come in and take a seat on either side, and having the windows just right to your left or right, wherever you are. And then one other cool thing you've done in here is you've used maps to represent the pizza, right here. And then you've also world edited in some flowers. You talked about earlier how you initially went with flower pots, but the flower pots were actually the flowers were way too small. So
Yeah,
you
the
threw
flowers
in,
in the plot didn't look as nice, I think, as the flowers on their own.
yes, which I agree with that completely. I think these look much better. And then just simple trapdoors in our resource pack, just thrown out. Pretty simple for the interior of this building, or this floor. And then over here you have the restrooms, some more booths. Restrooms are simple. At least you added them, because, I mean, some people just completely skip the restrooms on builds, but I mean, I think those are important enough to include. So you've got male and female. Pretty simple
You
enough.
wouldn't have a restaurant very good without them, to be fair.
And over here you also have a bar, correct?
Yes,
And
with the campfires above for the racks that the glasses go into.
yeah, and that was one of the cool things that I saw on the build. People should really try using. Oh, got the wrong campfire. Should try using the campfire block a bit more. It's such an interesting block, especially the way that it's designed. You could use it for a few different things. And then what else do you have? You've got some racks over here, right? And
Yeah,
with
they
the
could-
ladders.
A common design, but they work, and it would have looked bad to have all spruce trapdoors.
hmm
It would have looked too bulky.
So you've just gone with the
Um,
ladders, and it works.
yeah.
It looks good. And you also have another person right here attending the bar and doing all that. And you've also got a pizza box. So you've been making quite a few of these map textures, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a bit where you can get them over the other sides.
Oh yeah, we'll
through
show
there
that at the
somewhere.
end of the video, right?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay. And what else? We have upstairs, correct?
Yeah, there's a kitchen and function room.
So if we just go up these couple flights of stairs. So over here we have the kitchen, no entry. Kitchen's pretty cool, especially the way you've laid it out. So we'll check out the kitchen, but first we want to look at the lockers. So you've just got simple lockers, some guys going into it, placing his stuff in, and then some other guy over here has managed to get crammed into the locker. Which is
Yeah, it's
pretty fun.
Ottoman.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, I see the way you've done that. Oh, that's funny. But anyway, that's cool. And then you also use all of the heads, because we do have the heads mod, or plugin, where you can search like 15,000 heads or something. This silly number of heads. And we also have the sitting mod, so you can sit down if you'd like. But we can look around the kitchen now, if you give us a tour.
We've used it's all the cool light from the end rods, but then here is the warm light of the lanterns
hmm
for heating the foods, for keeping the food warm rather.
Yes.
Instead of the cold industrial lights.
hmm
We've got more people for the chefs. We've got a freezer, because I nearly forgot it, so it's been put in the middle, because it was otherwise a very big hall.
Yep, that's true.
Storage.
Storage.
And then we've got more maps for
More map
ovens.
arts, which is cool.
And the ones that have got stuff in it have got a sea lantern behind them to make them look like they're on.
hmm Plates.
Storage for plates. A screen for orders.
hmm
Plants, because they probably need plants or something, I don't know.
Sink. Plates here. Fancy plates,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, coil fans for the plates. Chopping boards, plates, then they've got stoves.
Mhm.
Once again, if the maps
And then
and
you've
extractor
got
plans.
the yes, extractor fans at the top using the new iron texture. Oh, I almost broke that. And you've
Yeah, it's
got,
fine.
yes, that's what I meant to show. You've
Then
got
there's
the
trapdoors below.
mhm, with
Below
the
the maps is campfires, so the smoke.
which is cool. Looks interesting. And then what else do we have on the outside?
You go for here and there's a big private rental function room.
Mhm.
So the same styling for the roof and everything as downstairs, but just long, large tables
Yes, pretty
and
typical.
a buffet thing.
Looks cool. And you actually talked about how this was a glitch, how you managed to get these here, where the
Yeah,
city
you can do it
staircase
with
wrong.
Vault Edit, but it's simpler, I feel, to do it. You just put farmland down, break the farmland, and then place, for example, leaves below it.
And they just stay there. Bit of a
Yeah,
glitch, but it works. And then you also have a couple more restrooms, same as downstairs. Pretty simple. And then what else do we have? If we go back outside, we can take a look.
yeah, we can go back outside.
So you just go down these 2 flights of stairs. So there's actually quite a bit of stairs we need to go through in this building to get up, but that's fine. So you come outside, come through here. You're going to go back out onto the sidewalk, past the road, look at the very bright sun. Not do that.
Don't
Down
look at this
sort of
up.
an alley. And then right here we've got the entrance to the apartments, or where the flats are. So if you want to give us a tour.
We've got a shelving unit, so it looks nice because it's the entrance to people's houses, so shelving unit. And then post boxes because once again it's the entrance to someone's houses.
Nice, nice.
If you go back here, there's a sofa, so if the left is taking ages, there you go, you've got a sofa. And this is where all the maps are.
Yes, these are where all the maps are. And you said you didn't want people changing any of the names if they do use them, but they can feel
Yeah,
free
keep
to
the names because that's how I want credit for them. But you're allowed to use them.
which is super cool. And just come over here, take a look, take them. And then there's, of course, a lift at the end. But we can go up the stairs, which are pretty cool. And the way you've managed to do this is you actually use coral blocks. And because there's no building on this side yet, people can feel free to come and build on this side. But you can just sort of face through the walls there. And
Yeah,
then what you managed
magic.
to do with the stairs look quite cool, especially because you've got the quartz lining.
Skirting boards.
Yes, skirting board. I always wondered what that was called. And then just paintings and lights going all the way up. And then we come to the first landing with the elevator open, and then door, and then into an apartment. So the apartment, pretty big, open floor plan, and you said it's an industrial
Industrial
theme.
design with the air ducts above and pillars.
Now, turned
And
off
the dark
to get more
walls.
mood lighting. Now this looks quite nice in here. So you've got the restroom over here. The restroom is pretty simple. Nice use of
Nothing
toilet roll.
fancy.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Good view. Now there's actually some buildings over there, but those are unrendered at the moment, so maybe take a look at those in the future. But anyway, there is some lamps around, and the sofas here. Pretty simple sofas, right? Just using snow.
I just know.
Carpet, simple design. But
Carpet's mainly there to hide sea lanterns. There's
Oh,
a
is
few
it?
carpets just to hide sea lanterns because it was too dark without.
Sure. Which is always a good use of that. So you've got the end rods and then sea lanterns. Hidden light works. And then you also have this kitchen is quite nice using the iron block texture that we have. And the stools you've got are quite good as well here.
Yeah, they're just heads again.
Yeah, it's always nice using the head textures or the head blocks for builds. Just adds something new and something different and a bit of character.
Yeah, it's not the standard way.
And then kitchen is simple though. Cupboards, and then fridge at the end as well. And then what else do you have? You have office here running.
Yep.
Which Windows is this?
95.
Windows 95. It's great, but it has got Minecraft open, so that's good. That works.
Important things, Minecraft and Discord, that's all you need.
Exactly. And in here you've got sofa, bed, master bed. The master bed actually has a very nice view. There's actually should be a building. Oh, here, I'll come over here quickly. There should be a building that'll render in that someone's been working on. Quite a few. So I'd assume these are quite expensive apartments, wouldn't they? Especially occupying one whole floor of these buildings.
You would suspect so with the location and everything.
Yeah, but they've got quite a nice view. And this is all being worked on, and of course if you like to work on it, just feel free to come and join. But anyway, what do we need to do? We need to get up to the next floor now, don't we?
Yeah.
So of course you can walk all the way through the doors. Could take the elevator, but that's a bit weird in Minecraft. So we're just up here. And you've actually used the connected, or the double quartz textures that we have in the pack for this, haven't you?
You look like some kind of ladders to get up to the service on the roof.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It doesn't actually lead there.
Oh, it doesn't?
But it's just so it looks it, and there's a trapdoor at the top to make it look like it does connect, but it doesn't actually.
Okay, fair enough. And then where do we go? We go in here. So some shelves.
This is the larger one.
Yes, this is the larger one. And you said the way you've actually done it is even though they both occupy technically one floor of the building, this goes up into the black lining of the building.
The black lining starts about there, and then because there's nothing above that, the space could be filled, fitting in another floor, I guess.
Which is cool. Adds in a bit of character. And again, the industrial open floor plan design, pretty simple. And it's nice the way you've done it with lamps in the windows and planted pots. And over here, you have the restroom and a bit of storage in the back. And someone is using the restroom right now to shower. So maybe we.
Bob Ross's apartment.
Is it Bob Ross? So the restroom, pretty simple, pretty cool. Basically same sofas as floor below, but the cool thing you've done here is the table using the carpet, world edit, barrier blocks, and then the chairs. The chairs look super nice because of our resource pack, the way you've done them with the trapdoors, slabs, and signs.
It would have been preferred to have them with one of the fancy glass tables with water.
Oh, yep.
But I believe the server doesn't allow that.
Yes.
So it didn't work, it just dried up.
Yeah, just
so carpet was the next best thing.
Okay. And then pretty similar kitchen design as to the one below, except a bit more of an island, and the whole thing is a bit hanging.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Above all the kitchen units, because there's no lighting actually visible in the kitchen other than above the extractor fan, it gets really dark over this corner.
Oh, does it? Yeah.
So above all the units is lighting, so anything you can't see above in this place, for example the fans, have lighting above them.
Which is cool and always good to include, just to give it a bit more interest in the build. And then over here you've got a bit of a closet, I assume. It's pretty simple. And then the stairwell up right above a similar office nook to the flat below. So we can go upstairs, right?
Yep.
And at the top of the stairs you have some simple storage, loads of stuff. And
it's a random selection of everything.
Yeah, random selection of blocks, banners, basically everything. And Morales has joined us over here. And then over through here, you've got Banana's cupboard. Apparently you offered this to him and he was just like, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Yep, and it's currently empty, so he's now got a cupboard with a stack of bananas.
Oh, these bananas. Fair enough. So we can come back through here and finish off the tour. So you've got simple glass that lines it, and you said the way you designed this is to be a bit more rustic because of the way that the whole floor is separated, where there's no windows up here, and
so it goes from the cold concrete floor at the bottom to the wood at the top, and with the lanterns instead of the no lights really downstairs. It just feels warmer and more bedroom-like.
And it looks quite nice. Pretty simple. Got a couch here, bed over there. Nice flat. I feel like this is something you would feel like this is a more millennial type of flat where it's very modern, open floor plan. Pretty nice. And so that's basically it for the tour, isn't it?
I believe so.
Alright. So if you'd like to have one of these done, if you've got a build on the server, make sure it's just complete. Hit me up, and we will of course work something out. Anyway, as long as you don't have anything else to say, nothing?
Nothing at all.
Alright, so I'd just like to thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.